what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Baby Blue, and we also going to be talking about Rick Ross. Now, first with Baby Blue, we're going to talk about this statement, this letter, this post that he put out there on social media in regards to PPP loans and PP loan scams. Now, it looks like Baby Blue is trying to look out for the future. He's trying to make sure that nobody goes down the same road he went down with, because he's going to be doing a little bit of time. So he took to social media and talked about it and put his words out there in an official statement. Now, we're going to go over that statement and talk about his case and the time that he's looking at. Now, also, we're going to talk about Rick Ross. Now, Rick Ross, the biggest boss, looks like he's being sued, man. And it looks like it's a St. Louis party promoter. I don't know what's been going on with St. Louis. I get so much news about St. Louis lately. It is wild, man. But Rick Ross, you can add him to that total because it looks like somebody is suing him and it's a crazy situation. Now, before we get to the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about Baby Blue just a little bit. Now, for those of you who don't know, Baby Blue is a member of the group Pretty Ricky, man. He was one of the rappers in the group. They came to fame in the early to late 2000s, you know what I mean? And, you know, it was relatively short, you know, span of fame or career in the music industry, I should say. Now, Baby Blue has been in the news ever since October 2020 when he got arrested for this PPP loan scam or fraud case, right? And it's on the federal level. So big eyes, big headlines, right? Now, since then, we checked in with Baby Blue. He had been shot in downtown Miami. He was downtown Miami. It looked like he was enjoying himself, probably trying to get his mind off this case. And an armed robber pulled up and shot him. Now, the scene from the shooting circulated all over social media. Things got real serious. A lot of people were sending him their well wishes. And at a certain point, Baby Blue was actually in critical condition. Now, after all that took place, he healed up. Everybody was happy for him, but he still had this case over his head. So it's looking like Baby Blue had to enter a plea agreement, and there was actually a news story from Yahoo News that talked about this in detail. Now, in the news story, they talked about the fact that, you know, he was arrested back in October of 2020 for a massive, you know, relief for the PPP loan relief scam. And basically, it was at the figure of like something like $24 million in forgivable payment protection program loans that are guaranteed to like small businesses, you know, due to that whole package or whatnot, right? Now, according to recent reports, the rapper is set to plead guilty in the case. Now, since he's pleading guilty in the case, they still haven't, you know, talked about or put out any information on what, you know, time he's going to actually have to do. Now, he's set to appear in court again on June 9th, so we should be seeing or hearing something soon. And his judge in the case, it looks like it's the same judge from earlier before, and they're actually, man, asking for some type of mercy or some type of leniency for him. And I feel like that's probably why he's going out making these statements now on social media and using his fame to just kind of, you know, spread the message of not using these funds inappropriately. And that's what brings us to today. So today he released this statement right here, and I'm going to go over it. And basically what he talks about is, you know, just dissuading people from misusing these funds. So let's talk about the statement or read it in its entirety. Now, Baby Blue must be really serious about getting this message out because he has this statement posted all over his page. I'm talking about like 3 different times. It's all over his social media. So he said this, you know, and man, I'm going to try to shorten it a little bit, but it might be better just to read it in its entirety. Now, he starts off and he says this. He says, I want to take a second to use my platform and tell all my followers and anyone that sees this, if anyone approaches you with an offer for a PPP loan, simply tell them, no, thank you. Don't even have the conversation. It's not worth it. Walk away and keep your freedom. Ignorance is not a legal defense, and when you're standing in front of a judge and jury, you won't be able to say, I didn't know. It's illegal to use the funds for anything other than payroll, which is closely monitored by the government. Just don't take the risk, just say no. If I'm too late and you already received a PPP loan, give the money back. Do the right thing. I would hate to see anyone else get in trouble with the law from this moving forward. I'm extremely remorseful in stating this and hope someone reads this message and makes the right decision. Diamond Blue Smith, PKA, Baby Blue, whoa. So basically, putting out a statement that reads kind of like an infomercial from the 80s, letting people know the dangers of signing up for these PPP loans when they don't have any intention to use it on their business, man. I mean, I actually support this. I think this is good, man. And obviously, this is something that he's doing to help with his case. But, man, you can kill two birds with one stone. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Baby Blue is doing the right thing here. And, man, there ain't nothing more else to say about that. Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man, and I know you enjoying this video, but make sure you go and you follow me on social media platforms like Instagram, and also go to my Twitter page and make sure you hit that follow button there so you can get the latest and greatest updates of when I'm dropping my videos. And man, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button so we can spread this video around, and we trying to get 2,000 likes, so run them likes up. All right. Okay, so let's talk about this Rick Ross situation. So it seems like Rick Ross has added his name to the list of rappers who have recently been sued. Now, this is the headline from the NBC News there in St. Louis. And it says this: St. Louis promoters sue rapper Rick Ross over missed concert. Now, it continues by saying the Florida rapper was to appear at the pageant on January 11th, 2020. The show was canceled. Now, a lot of people would say, okay, well, 2020, January, that's cutting it pretty close. Because remember, everything locked down like around March. So folks would probably be like, probably still wanted to show up to the concert or whatever, but we'll get to that in a little bit, right? Now, the story continues and says this: a pair of St. Louis music promoters and their companies are taking rapper Rick Ross to court over a missed concert last year. The Florida rapper, known for his hits such as The Boss, Purple Lamborghini, Gold Roses, was to appear at the pageant on January 11th, 2020. The show was canceled. Okay, now the story continues by saying this. It says, St. Louis promoters Antoine Meeks, whose company is Black Luxury Entertainment LLC, and Orlando Watson, who's connected to Rock House Entertainment, said in a lawsuit filed this month in St. Louis Circuit Court that they contracted with the rapper, whose real name is William Leonard Roberts II, and Rick Ross Touring LLC, which represents him, for the show. The suit says that pursuant to an October 2019 contract, the plaintiffs were to pay Ross and his company $60,000 to appear at the pageant. Now, I'm assuming that the pageant is a nightclub, not at like a pageant, but I'm not sure, man. It might be a nightclub or it might actually be a pageant. They don't specify that, but $60,000 to show up to do a couple songs sounds like an amazing deal. I'll continue. It said Meeks, Watson, and their companies paid Ross and his company $30,000 on October 21st, 2019, with the rest due upon Ross's arrival. Yep, that's front end, and then he gets there and they give him the back end, which is the second half. Must be nice. All right, let me continue. Ross failed to appear, the suit says, adding that the plaintiffs also spent $6,000 for the venue, $3,300 on Ross's travel and accommodations, $4,100 on marketing and promotions, and $25,000 for production costs. It says the plaintiffs have been damaged more than $74,000. A message sent to an email address associated with Ross wasn't returned. So it looks like they're looking for $74,000 in damages in this case. And it seems like these guys had their business together, man. They had the front end money. They had the back end money. They promoted it right. I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you guys think, man? Do you think that Rick Ross, man, probably needs to just send them their $30,000 back or pay them that $74,000? See, we don't know if he made an attempt to send the money back or not. Based on this report, they don't even go into that. But with that being said, it was tricky around that time. So I want to shoot Rick Ross a little bit of bail, because after that, you know, it got wild, man. It got wild, and things haven't started getting back to normal until recently. And we'll see how they settle this thing, or if they settle it at all. Now, with that, What do you guys think, man? What do you think about this whole Baby Blue and this statement that he's posted everywhere? Do you think that's a part of his deal, like to promote, kind of like when T.I. went on that crusade and was giving out that video where he was talking about, Crime Stoppers or whatnot? Or do you feel he's doing that just out of the bottom of his heart? Now, what do you guys think about Rick Ross? It seems like these promoters had their act together, so he might have a fight on his hands, but anything's possible. Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content, and we out of here. Peace.